Today on CPTV, an update on the Golden One robbery.
The CSU faculty plans to strike.
And the Ripples guy visits Cal Poly. Live from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, I'm Curtis Cole.
And I'm Nicole Powers. You're watching CPTV. The Golden One Credit Union on Foothill was robbed at gunpoint yesterday. At approximately 3:15 in the afternoon, a black or dark Hispanic male entered the bank carrying a handgun and told everyone to get on the ground. He told a bank employee to fill a plastic bag with money. He then exited the bank and was last seen headed northbound towards Boyson Street. The suspect got away with approximately $4,000. No one was injured during the robbery. Anyone with information is urged to contact the San Luis Obispo Police Department.
CSU faculty have approved a vote granting the California Faculty Association the authority to call a strike in September. 95% of faculty votes were in favor of a strike. They say it's a response to the breakdowns in negotiations between faculty and the chancellor's office. Among other things, faculty are asking for a 1% pay raise and increases in academic freedom. Faculty point out that 1% is less than annual inflation in the U.S. Several faculty have said they're underpaid and underappreciated.
I have 25 years of experience and I make about $22 an hour. It's not really very much considering I have advanced degrees in engineering and have a lot of responsibility teaching 8 classes.
If the two sides cannot reach a deal, students should expect a 2-day rolling strike in September.
With 4 similar sexual assaults in recent months, students and SARP representatives are reaching out to the community to make a safer environment. CPTV reporter Ali Wente sought advice on how to be safe at night.
After multiple attacks by a male suspect near the Cal Poly campus, SARP representatives and students would like individuals to be more aware of their surroundings. 4 sexual assaults have recently occurred near the Cal Poly campus. Police department officials sent out emails warning students about the crimes, but not all of their emails have been taken too seriously. 2 freshman girls realized how important the warnings were after they were assaulted while walking to a friend's house together.
Both of us, we just kind of laughed at the email. They kind of made it seem like a joke, but I mean, it's sexual assault, so it's a serious matter. And it scared both of us, and I'm still shooken up by it. It's kind of annoying to know that he's still out there and that he could potentially do it again to another girl.
The Sexual Assault Recovery Prevention Center's best advice for women to stay out of dangerous situations is to implement the buddy system and be fully aware of your surroundings at all times. Victims become vulnerable when they look distracted by talking on their cell phone or listening to music.
Groups of 2 isn't really that safe. If you think about it, 1 guy, 2 girls, that's borderline dangerous. And just so try to have it at least 3, and just don't walk by yourself. I know it's hard sometimes, but just try to call somebody to walk back with you.
Yeah. The SARP Center tries to help victims of sexual assault by offering a 24-hour hotline, self-defense classes, and also counseling to victims.
It's interesting when we think of prevention, we always try to tell women what to do on how to prevent a sexual assault, but at the end of the day, the only person who can prevent an attack from happening is the attacker.
Because police do not have a suspect in custody, it's very important for students to keep their safety in mind when going out at night. For CPTV, Ali Wente.
The man who they believe to be the attacker is described by having an olive complexion and about 6 feet tall. If you see him at night approaching females, do not hesitate to call the police. It's already time to register for classes again. Priority registration for fall quarter began on Monday of this week. Students not using a registration priority will begin adding classes at 8 a.m. next Monday morning. Rotations run until June 29th, and open enrollment begins August 20th. Students can view the rotation schedule on their Cal Poly Portal Student Center.
Beginning in fall quarter, students will only be able to take 16 units. The struggling California budget has prompted the CSU system to mandate a 16-unit cap for all students. University President Jeffrey Armstrong said that he doesn't see anything positive for Cal Poly having this cap. There are several pre-approved exemptions that would allow students to take more than 16 units. Cal Poly will also allow students to petition on a case-by-case basis. Any student who's already completed at least 135 units will not be affected by the unit cap mandate.
This week was Cal Poly's Homelessness Awareness Week. I attended a few events to see what students are doing to increase the awareness. There are nearly 4,000 homeless individuals living in the San Luis Obispo County. This week, Cal Poly's Student Community Services held Homelessness Awareness Week, dedicated to breaking the stereotypes of the homeless community.
We live in has a prominent homeless community, and we have a lot of organizations that are willing and able to help the homeless. So it's just a small thing that we can make people more aware of, like why people are homeless, instead of students thinking they're just lazy.
Despite this stereotype, 90% of those surveyed in San Luis Obispo have a part or full-time job. The largest event this week brought students together to sleep out in the UU. Student Community Services donated $20 to a local shelter for each of the 148 attendees, equaling $2,960 donated. Cynthia Eastman, founder of local nonprofit Common Ground Worldwide, is confident that students can aid in ending homelessness.
Human connection with who it is that's unhoused. And you'll start coming up with ideas on your own, I think, because college students, are vast and infinite in their ability to have creative ideas. And I really have great hope that you'll come up with solutions to ending homelessness.
Engaging with the homeless, donating your time, or donating items are easy ways for you to make a difference today. CPTV, Nicole Powers. Tomorrow will be the concluding event to Homelessness Awareness Week. You can join Student Community Services for a walk and barbecue at Mitchell Park.
A local organization is raising awareness of sexual assault crimes and turning heads while doing it. Hundreds of men marched in downtown San Luis Obispo Saturday wearing heels. It was an annual Walk a Mile in Her Shoes event. The mile-long walk raises money for San Luis Obispo's Sexual Assault Recovery and Prevention Center. The organization offers counseling services to victims of sexual assault. Members from Cal Poly's Sexual Assault Prevention Program say it helps to build a sense of community.
This is the SARP Center's 10th annual event. Basically, sexual assault is really hard to talk about, we know that, and we're trying to bring kind of a lighthearted approach to it.
The event came just 2 days after Cal Poly students reported a fourth similar case of sexual assault near campus.
The San Luis Obispo community is celebrating a visit from motivational speaker Paul Wesselman, also known as the Ripple Guy.
It seems that my purpose in this life is planting that idea that our little daily actions have an ongoing impact.
Wesselman is known on Cal Poly's campus for participating in WOW-related events like the week kickoff and spring training. He spent the week here in San Luis Obispo and took time to interact with students all around the community.
Last year I decided to actually build in a vacation, and I didn't know how much time I would end up spending with the students, and I ended up, that sort of sealed the deal for me, that I had this relationship that I had with Cal Poly sort of went to a new level.
Wesselman returned to campus this week to give his new presentation, Get Better, Not Bitter, and received a standing ovation on Wednesday night. He will be back in San Luis Obispo in the fall to give a presentation to incoming freshmen.
CPTV reporter Olivia Bickle shows us why a group of students are asking the question, what's on your fun list?
Jody Fisher was a professor in the Recreation, Parks, and Tourism Department here at Cal Poly. She lost her life in a 7-year battle with cancer on March 17th. During her battle, Jody and her family created a fun list to enjoy the time they had together. This list inspired Jody to celebrate her 44th birthday by riding in an ice cream truck and giving out ice cream to everyone in her community. She was also able to meet President Obama and appear on The Ellen Show. Jody's motto was, "Be kind, be wonderful, be generous." Now, a group of RPTA students are selling shirts to promote her optimistic outlook on life.
And we're definitely trying to spread that message of just being kind and wonderful and generous to people. It really makes a difference. The everyday little things we take advantage of, like smiling, walking day to day, saying hi to somebody when times are so difficult and everyone's so busy all the time. Those things that we can do, we just take them for granted. And Jody didn't.
The shirts cost $15 and will be on sale every Monday. All of the proceeds will be donated to the Fisher family, and they hope to start a Cal Poly scholarship in Jody's name. You can also order the shirts online at whatwouldjodydo.com. CPTV, Olivia Bickle.
A fun list. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah, it's really cool to see students coming together over that.
Coming up next on CPTV, we have our weather update.
Find out how Cal Poly students are celebrating Cinco de Mayo this weekend.
And Poly reps share their love for Cal Poly. CPTV up next.
On my fun list, I have always wanted to go in a hot air balloon, and I think that'd be really cool.
Welcome back to CPTV.
There are so many.
Time to take a look at our weekend weather.
Weather reporter Erica Turnlin has the weekend weather update. What's it look like for Cinco de Mayo this weekend?
Thanks, Nicole and Curtis. This weekend is going to be beautiful. It's actually a little bit chilly this morning, but it's supposed to burn off by later this afternoon. So also it's going to sunny skies the rest of the week all the way to Tuesday. Surf report this weekend is going to be decent with 3 to 4 foot waves, so you should definitely get out there, see what you can
take a step back.
Surf. Can we pull up the 5-day forecast? Okay, so as you can see, like I said, on Friday today, there's going to be a high of 70 with a low of 47. And on Saturday on Cinco de Mayo, it's going to be beautiful with this high of 74 and a low of 49, so it's going to be gorgeous during the day. Again, on Sunday, we have a high of 75 and a low of 49. Again, on continuing through Monday and Tuesday, we're going to have about 76 degrees with a low in the very low 50, so it should be a low winds, gorgeous weekend. So Cal Poly, get out there and enjoy your Cinco de Mayo weekend. Back to you, Curtis and Nicole.
Thanks, Erica. Well, I'm going to be at the beach, so you can find me there.
Yeah, it's nice to have this weather for spring quarter. Students at Cal Poly are celebrating Cinco de Mayo in different ways. CPTV reporter Ali Wente shows us different ways how the holiday is being acknowledged.
Cinco de Mayo commemorates the Battle of Puebla, fought in 1862 when the Mexican army beat the much stronger French forces of Napoleon II. Today, the holiday is celebrated in many different ways, especially around college campuses. The Multicultural Center hosted a small event to try and educate students on facts behind the day while enjoying Mexican heritage.
We have to honor our culture, at the same time, but at the same time let people know it's, a lot of people are just like, oh, Independence Day, and it's just like, that's false advertising.
The holiday became a huge interest for beer marketers in the 1950s, and since then has become a day largely focused on alcohol consumption. Many Cal Poly students find themselves spending the day at local Mexican restaurants like Vallarta's, where they find drink specials and a lively environment.
We're very full.
Very busy.
We're very busy.
It's a party all day.
All day long. We're opening early, 9 o'clock instead of 11. We'll be open till 10. If we continue to have people come in, we'll stay open longer, and we'll keep the bar open for everybody.
Regardless of the way Cinco de Mayo may be celebrated, Multicultural Center representatives are trying to bring a little bit of history to the party and remind people of the real reason why they're celebrating. CPTV, Ali Wente.
If you'd like to learn more about the history of Cinco de Mayo, you can stop by the Multicultural Center in the University Union.
The Cal Poly Rec Center is now offering swim lessons for beginners to advanced swimmers. Beginner and intermediate courses started Tuesday and continue through the month. Room is available in both courses right now. Beginner lessons are on Tuesday and Thursday at 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Intermediate lessons are also Tuesday and Thursday at 4 and 5. In addition to the swimming lessons at the rec center, they're also providing a scuba course, which students seem most excited about.
Signed up for the scuba lessons here at the pool. Super excited about it. I've heard good things from people that have scuba before, so I can't wait to get in there.
All courses are currently full right now, but you can sign up and get on a wait list. The scuba courses are on Sundays and Tuesdays at 5 and 6 p.m.
As Cal Poly nears the end of the school year, prospective students are deciding if this is where they want to begin their college career. Joseph Corral looked into the Cal Poly group dedicated to promoting our school.
You may have noticed them on campus, students wearing green polos and walking in front of large crowds of followers. Poly Reps are a group of students given the opportunity to positively represent Cal Poly. These students exemplify the school's Learn by Doing motto through campus tours, assisting in special events, and working cooperatively with one another to develop leadership skills. The organization was started in 1985 and continues to attract outgoing students with a desire to lead.
While Poly Reps volunteer their time, admittance into the organization is competitive, and students must meet specific criteria to be selected.
This year, I know 104 people applied for 13 spots, and how it works is you submit an application, and that'll be during the end of, you'll get the application at the end of fall quarter, turn it in the beginning of winter quarter.
What keeps poly reps so passionate about their job are the people they work with. Students come from a variety of colleges, majors, and backgrounds for the common goal of promoting and supporting Cal Poly. By working together often to keep the program successfully running, poly reps develop close friendships with one another.
Poly reps has been the difference between me being okay with being at Cal Poly and me being absolutely positively in love with Cal Poly. I walked in to my first poly reps meeting and I instantly had 33 new best friends.
After poly reps receive all new member applications, selections are made at the end of winter quarter. CPTV, Joseph Corral.
If you are interested in becoming a poly rep, you can visit their website for more information at polyreps.calpoly.edu.
Coming up next on CPTV, the men's tennis team had an impressive end to their season.
And SLO residents are pedaling all month long. That's next.
My fun list, I enjoy playing guitar, doing music in general. I love listening to music.
Cal Poly men's tennis team secured their program's first Big West title last Sunday at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. Here is Brittany Woodard on how they got there.
Team-oriented. This is the model the Cal Poly men's tennis team has used to become Big West champions. Senior Sebastian Bell won a tiebreaker last Sunday to pull out the 4-3 victory over UC Santa Barbara.
The crowd started getting behind, and I realised, it was in the third set. I'd been there before last year, so I knew what was required and what it would feel like. So I think that gave me an advantage, and then going forward, obviously that helped in the tiebreak because he kind of crumbled a little bit. So yeah.
The Mustangs had several goals this season, one being to win conference, and two, to get through a few rounds in the NCAA tournament. With a 15-13 overall record, the Mustangs hope to meet both goals. First season head coach Nick Carlos rallied behind his team to clinch the program's first ever Big West title last Sunday.
Because I wanted it so badly for the guys on the team to experience the thrills of victory because of how much they've gone through in the last year and how much hard work they've put in to get to that point. I think that just added to the moment and to the match.
Follow the Mustangs' journey through the tournament where they face one of the powerhouses of college tennis for the first round. CPTV, Brittany Woodard.
Thanks, Brittany. The Mustangs' first round will take place May 12th at 12 p.m. And now let's go on to baseball. Pepperdine came into town Tuesday to play one game against the Mustangs. Starting pitcher Brian Granger went 3 innings and struck out 3. Granger gave up the only run Pepperdine got by balking in the 3rd inning. That led the Mustangs using 4 pitchers from their bullpen to finish the game. The Mustangs tied it in the 4th inning off his hit by Jimmy Allen to send Tim Wise home. The game ended up going into extra innings where shortstop Mike Miller hit a walk-off home run in the 10th inning as they went on to win 2-1.
Wow, walk-off home run doesn't get any more exciting than that. I remember I recently saw one at a professional baseball game.
Oh yeah, we're going to the Giants game tonight,
Yeah, you guys excited for that?
Yeah, we're pretty excited.
Wait. Tim Lissicom's pitching, gotta love the freak.
Perfect. All right. Well, after the first farmers market of every month, dozens of people gather with their bikes to participate in the monthly bike night. However, this May, bikes get more than just one night to be the center of attention. CPTV reporter Katie Bruce has more.
On the first Thursday of each month, people bike down to farmers market to enjoy the event and then start one of their own. After farmers market ends around 9 o'clock, people gather in Mission Plaza dressed in crazy outfits and accompanied by their trusty two-wheelers. The group then spends a few hours riding laps around downtown San Luis Obispo.
It's a lot of people just dressing up and riding around, so a lot of cool bikes.
This month, however, bikes will be seen more frequently than ever. May is Bike Month, a national movement created to promote commuting by bicycle. Last year, over 2,500 people in the SLO area participated and attended the 50-plus completely volunteer run events throughout May.
Absolutely. Every event that you see on our calendar is volunteer driven. And so the shape and the look of Bike Month is truly about what the volunteers want.
The events include bike breakfasts, a Cycle de Mayo derby, and bike-in movies. A few different events are thrown in as well, such as the Mother's Day Tweed Ride, where people dress in turn-of-the-century attire and bike around downtown SLO. There is also a commuter bike competition where organizations can register as a team online and compete against others by seeing who can log the most bike commutes.
The beauty about Bike Month is it's not about getting in spandex and going 100 miles and seeing if you can win, which is wonderful, and there's a lot of people that do that, and we certainly support that too. But Bike Month is about just getting on your bike and remembering how fun it is.
CPTV News, I'm Katie Bruce.
For more information and a full list of Bike Month events, visit www.rideshare.com.
Coming up next on CPTV, a comic book convention is coming to SLO.
And a natural incense is in San Luis.
And get the latest on the IMAX Theater coming to San Luis.
Passing clubs.
Well, Central Coast residents have a weekend chock full of entertainment options.
CPTV reporter Lindsay McLeod is here with your Pollywood Minute.
There's definitely a lot of great options going on for people in SLO this weekend. First off, San Luis Obispo may be getting a new IMAX theater. The proposed screen would be placed behind the Fremont Theater, where a small parking lot is currently located. Developers Rob Rossi and John King are planning the theaters to be linked together with entrances on both Monterey and Higuera Street. Rossi and King plan to submit official plans to the city within the next few weeks, and currently the closest IMAX theater is at the Hearst Castle Visitor Center. And this weekend, wine and beer lovers can try the flavor of SLO. The event takes place at the historic Jack House and Gardens this Sunday. Tickets cost $30 and all proceeds benefit the local nonprofit United Way of San Luis Obispo. Visit www.flavorofslo.org to purchase tickets. Kreuzberg Cafe hosts songwriters from all over California and even the country for their weekly Songwriters at Play. This Tuesday's performance marked the one-year anniversary of the performance series, and for the special show, songwriters came from as far as Memphis to show off their talent. The show is free for anyone to attend and is held every Tuesday night at the cafe downtown.
It's a cool place to hear original music from cool people in a cool environment. So overall, I'd say it's just pretty cool to come here.
The performances start at 6:30 p.m. and go until around 9:30 p.m. The band Top Shelf, who performed in the UU yesterday as part of the ASI concert series, will be opening up for Natural Incense on Saturday at SLO Brew. The concert will be the main attraction at SLO Brew for Cinco de Mayo, and the show is open to all ages. Comic book stores across the country are preparing for Free Comic Book Day tomorrow, and Captain Nemo's here in San Luis Obispo is no exception. Free Comic Book Days take place on the first Saturday each May, and Captain Nemo's on Higuera has been participating in the event for 11 years. They will even be giving out 5 comics to every person that walks through the door.
Well, I think that comics is a great form of entertainment. It's a lot of fun for everybody, and Saturday, May 5th, is going to be a great day to come pick up some comics, maybe go down to the beach and just spend a great afternoon reading comics and having a few laughs and jump on a few adventures.
Hansen is planning to hand out over 1,000 comic books tomorrow, some of which are back issues, others he buys from the sponsors of the event. Captain Nemo's will be open from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturday. That's it for your Pollywood Minute. I hope you guys get a chance to check out some of the fun stuff that's going on this weekend.
Yeah, residents should not have a problem finding something to do this weekend.
Thanks, Lindsay. You can tune in every week for the latest in Central Coast entertainment news. An Air Force band is performing across the Central Coast this weekend. Blue Steel is performing 3 shows this weekend, including one that took place yesterday at Pismo Beach. The band performs a combination of classic rock, pop music, country music, and their own compositions. Blue Steel will perform Saturday at the Santa Maria Fair Park at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Clark Center in Arroyo Grande. The events are free and open to the public.
I guess we're going to call it a day for CPTV. Thanks for tuning in. You can catch us every Friday on Charter Channel 19 and on Campus Channel 2.
You can also find our broadcast on the Mustang Daily website, www.mustangdaily.net. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful weekend, Cal Poly.